Hello, guys. Welcome. I have no idea how I'll manage with my voice today, but we shall attempt at least. Welcome, everyone. If it gets worse, we can always go to the typing version of the stream we had yesterday. But we shall attempt to analyze some of the Kifu ASMR. Perhaps we can speak less loudly and do ASMR like stream, but yeah. Hi, CCF. We have some Kifu to analyze. I'm just curious about this game. Hello, Gaston. Yeah, I'm eating the candy. I have candies. I shall be munching on them. It just that it doesn't help, unfortunately. I have my tea, honey. I have water, even 2 cups of water. It doesn't help. It has been like this 4 days, so... Trying to open the Kifu. Did we finish Champion Red? No, I don't think so. We did 1, but he sent 2. Then we had Valorant. So we can take a look at those. We had quite a bit of Kifu like line up since last week, so I don't know if we're gonna manage all of them, but we shall try. My voice is so deep, oh my gosh. Okay. Maybe since Valorant is here, we can start with Valorant. Hello, everyone. Yes, it's my voice. Very horrible post-COVID voice. We're gonna do a very special Sunday stream where I do a minimal commentary. And instead the chat is shouting which move is incorrect. No, I'm joking, but I definitely should speak less. Valorant is proud of this Kifu because he will have a cool bishop drop or sacrifice. We're gonna see. I wonder if we analyze this Kifu or like a similar one, because I clearly remember explaining that in this situation you should exchange bishops. Hello, Etherban. This doesn't work. because there is a bishop drop. It's protected. This is bad because we lose one tempo. We have to go back. Which technically isn't the worst because they waste one move to exchange. It's then an equivalent of Grandmaster in Shogi. We have professional players and they have Dan and Q like in karate. So technically not really, but kinda. Why do we have to go back? Do you want a castle? If you just keep it like this, and for example put your king here, this becomes a wall as well. So in endgame, you prefer to have some space for the king to run. So this is considered a wall and a weakness. Sorry, I will be eating candy the whole stream. I wonder what triggers us to go here, like what do we see? Bishop drop. All right, that's good. This is really good because they might consider like blocking us, but this silver is hanging, so they cannot do that. If they block this one, we just make a horse. We're happy, right? By the way, yeah, they can like delete the horse, but then the silver is in a weird spot. This is a nice light way to defend. Oh, speaking of the devil. So this silver is weird. Doesn't need we have to punish it immediately. I'm seeing like two options, like one, which is like a bishop drop here or here. The problem with this bishop drop is perhaps, yeah, I thought maybe this is a problem, but I don't think they can manage to prevent this in time. So it's okay. And maybe this is good, but I wanted to say there's a rook move. I mean, we could sacrifice and promote. Promote first, perhaps sacrifice. And like promote our rook. Get a knight or something. I think this is also good. We have to be careful of this. But we don't have to hurry yet, right? We could play a different move here. So we could like protect this weakness one way or another. They cannot really like defend this silver. But yeah, those are two ways to like approach it. This is good too, I guess. Here I think, I mean, the same situation would occur, yeah? With the... Here we kind of got it for free, so that's nice of our opponent. So we have the advantage, and this is our opponent who is worried and they counterattack. So we could go strongly, I believe. We have to be really careful of this line. But as you can see, they don't have second pawn yet, so they cannot really punish the knight. And like if you look at this example, you clearly see this becomes a wall, right? Like if there's this talking, you would like to run, but there is nowhere to run. So it will be sad that you have to go back, because unfortunately this is a good move for your opponent. You're gonna sacrifice the rook with the talking, but you have no way to approach this king currently. I think you have advantage, but might be difficult. Let's see. Oh, we finally made it, yeah. I like your attack. I like it. Very solid. This timing is a little bit scary, because they can promote the silver like this. So in this situation, this silver is actually double protected. So like we don't have to do anything. I mean, we could take it, yeah. We could take a silver. I mean, it's a check, that's the problem, but stop their attack. Like what they gonna do? If they sacrifice, they give too much. If they go back, you just like, do this or do that. This at some point might beat Suma as well, if not already. Yeah, I was considering, like, normally in this position I would consider bishop promotion, but the rook is protected currently, so I wasn't sure, and I would have to give up my horse to get the rook, and it doesn't allow me to win. I like your move because this is what we studied on Thursdays. This is the offensive defensive move, and it brings another attacker onto the board, brings another piece. And because they don't have a pawn, it's really hard to block it. So I really liked it, actually. And then instead of promoting here, promote even more directly close to the king. So I really liked it. Using the talking, yeah. So here, yeah, I would be... Here the only way you can lose is by, like, leaving your king in an unsafe position. And this is what you do. So kind of tempting the fate. Like, they have a rook in hand. It's very, very scary, you know. maybe here. And then, you know, depending on the situation, this might be scary. There's a pawn here. I think you're still winning, but like you could have avoided that complication. Solid. Yeah, this is solid. Yeah, Valorant, I think you did really well in this game. You should be proud, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you said you don't like bishop exchanges. You did really well. Around here, perhaps it got a little bit difficult. Thank you, Hegemege. Heya, heya, heya. You like pin those two pieces together, really nice. And the fact that you managed to use this token, that was amazing. This is like an exemplary game of how to win a shogi game. Very well played, Valorant. You're improving quickly. Well done. All right. Thank you for sending. I'm gonna go to the next one. I don't have much to correct there. It was just well played, Valorant. Really, really well done. Ah, that's nice to hear. Okay, I think we have red champion next. And then we will have a champion red. And then we have ghost on. Champion red says just technical one. Okay. Let's go take his scent actually. I like how we have red and white. Yeah, just to explain for people who join the stream later, I had COVID, so I had my throat stopped working for like days. Trying slowly to come back to scheduling the normal schedule, but yeah, you can hear it's still a little bit far from being normal. My voice, that is. ASMR Shaggy content, definitely. Alright, guys. If we play this shape, this indicates right side static rook, 4-5 rook. Right side 4-5 rook. And in that case, we probably want to leave this spot open. So we would go something like this. There's also the problem that they move the guard here, so maybe depending on that, we can change the strategy. I'm not knowledgeable about that, so let's assume that's what's happening. The problem will be that we will need to find a way to like attack eventually, so let's see. I mean, we also can go for like slow castle, seal off the enemy attack and then do it, but as center eventually we will have to make a move, right? I don't know exactly, but you can try to do this. If they take, you just take, right? Then you win on the edge. If they take it with the bishop, and if they were to, you know, do it the same way, maybe you can use that time to attack on this line. I don't know if it works though. You cannot take it because of lance drops. So we have advantage, but not exactly, yeah? Maybe like this. The other thing is they may change their idea and go like here. So it's all about the timing, yeah? Maybe force them to take first, then push. Now they're forced to take with the bishop. Maybe that will change it. But yeah, that wouldn't be a problem if we didn't push this pawn, right? Normally you want to go here and then promote. It's just that they will take the knight for free, so this is painful. And we're losing here. Because they just took a whole gold for free. Yeah, that doesn't work again. I mean, we could consider, yeah, taking a lance for free. Just that they can drop first. Then you say pawn drop. I mean, they can just escape, right? Take this, go there, maybe go here, I don't know. They don't have to take this pawn. And also because we exchanged bishop for... I mean, this isn't the worst. This brings the gold closer, right? Candy number 3. I hope they don't have too many kilocalories. It doesn't say. But yeah, just a general rule. Anytime you jump your knight, the weakness becomes the edge, yeah? the edge becomes weaker. Yeah. Oh yes, Hagemega. Oh yes, especially like nuts. Anything that has chocolate. Woof. And then you're like, I'm eating salad. Why I'm not getting healthier? Well, eating garbage on the side. So same in Mino. The edge will become weaker once you go to high Mino. So sometimes it's not really recommended to jump the knight. Yeah. Or like we ignore it at all. And like counter here. Try to do something on the side. I don't know. Doesn't seem impactful, right? They do this. Doesn't seem but this seems a little bit too crazy. Perhaps, yeah. Yeah, I feel okay, just that my voice didn't come back yet. Thanks, Zaibach. Like all the fever is gone. The cough maybe is there still. And the throat, it just doesn't sound right, yeah? Yeah, normally if you could, it would be like this, yeah? But in this case, you would lose the knight, so we would have to wait, put that into an account. Of course, it's like better if this pawn isn't here. Slightly better too. But yeah, we're missing the power, yeah? But hey, possibility, yeah? How do they defend this, by the way? So there must be a move that like allows us to defend, yeah? They cannot go here, they cannot drop the lance because we just go there, right? The gold is protected, no problem. Lance drop. And now we have the opportunity to move the rook away. I don't know where, here or here. Here feels too close. Let's say here for now. Gonna make a talking, right? I mean, hey, at worst we have Senishte, right? Pound drop. And their lance is meaningless, yeah? Then maybe you can bring it back and stuff, I don't know, but... It's quite complex, isn't it? Oh, that's nice, Zaibach. Good to hear. Now we have plan B in the future. If anything happens like that again, we will have our notepad stream, let's call it. So here similarly, you can try this. Problem is they might feel eager to sacrifice the bishop at this point. Maybe we just don't take it. No, let's consider the first this. This doesn't seem too bad either, right? This time we'll be able to bring the lance to help the attack. We have perhaps this move somewhere. So definitely at some point this kind of rook sidestep is a good desuji. Alright, but we did this, which means they have a pretty straightforward attack here. We have no way to block it. Yeah, we lose the knight. And we will lose the gold. They will lose the lance. Which means they're gonna take a free gold. But on top of that, they're gonna promote the bishop. Attacking the silver. The silver will have to escape. And they got a horse. Oh, finally. Alright. But we lost the gold, yeah? Interesting. So your opponent made a mistake. They should have went like this. The rook promotion isn't really threatening. It's far away from the king. If the silver escapes, we can play a different move or we can continue attacking. Yeah, it feels quite comfortable. Let's go there. Yes, sleeping birds, yes. Thank you so much. Just that my throat is weird. So, we still kind of lost the gold for the lance. But we gained this pawn. And the silver wasn't disturbed, so we gained tempo here. Now the opponent's biggest question is how do they activate the rook? I'm almost eager to sacrifice the silver like this to just promote my rook. I mean, the other options, like maybe they can do this to have the lance. It's hard to say. This also looks like a good move. So the opponent have advantage of horse. If they bring the rook, it's over. Thank you, Koshiro. But they somehow managed to double block the rook. That's quite an idea. So your opponent shouldn't have taken the gods. They should have taken the lance first. There's no need to hurry up here. Perhaps pawn drop would happen. But then it changes the situation a little bit, right? So then you manage to take out the rook. How do you win this game, though? So there is a mate in one in this position. So that happened. I mean, we saw from the flow of the game that it was pretty bad for red. Even so amazed I am, how did we manage to win? So normally, if this piece is a horse, that would be a hishi. If there's a bishop here, and they have a bishop, if you have or a silver, if you have a silver, it's also a hishi, because you just drop it here. The problem is the enemy has a knight, so miraculously red survives. So I don't want to comment on it because it's just the enemy being bad. You know they can take it, right? And perhaps you're doing this, but I can just pin your bishop to the king. I'm not gonna question it. So yeah, we walked over why the enemy had advantage. That this activation was really good from their side. We should have prevented it. We talked about red getting the initiative back and fighting back. We talked about the importance of like activating the other piece. Similarly here, red is worse off because the bishop is blocked. Yeah, I mean, this went really bad for red, to be honest. So if you play often the shape red, I would recommend checking this to 5 pawn. And most importantly, in this position, find out the proper counter for the enemy attack, yeah? Free to gold shape might be something you want to study. Beten John is asking, is initiative everything in Shogi? No. Well, Shogi is a game where you have ammunition given to you at any point of the time. Meaning, unlike chess, where you exchange pieces and you get less, in Shogi, you have all the pieces available. So at the very end, the initiative matters a lot because you're the first one to pull the trigger, right? You're the first one to rush toward the mate. In the middle game, piece advantage is more important. In the opening, preparedness or castle solidness, stuff like this. There are depending on the stage, different things matter. But traditionally, at the very end, initiative will matter the most. Same in chess. Like if you have mate in one, that's mate in one, right? If you have initiative, you win. If you don't have initiative, you lose. So it's quite important, yes. Thanks, Andri. Hope you're safe. Sorry about my voice. I had COVID, so. So next will be Ghost Stone. He asks about move 39 and about middle game. Thank you for the subscription, Adri. Hi, Nimio. Oh, I have to get more water. All right, sorry for the delay. You're building passion for Shogi thanks to your channel. That's nice to hear, Beten. Welcome. If you have like any question, just ask it on Discord. It will be much easier for me to type. All right. So let's just quickly see what is move 39. It will be around here. Thank you for the follow. So this is rather like standard for 5 rook. This pawn is out of its place. This pawn is very unusual. So normally they will bring the silver here, bring the other silver here, and build a vanguard pawn. And if any point you will make the mistake of pushing this pawn, they will eat it. So we would be forced to play lower shape. So that's what I would expect from the opponent, but I play here. So now the problem is that if we go the normal Joseki, we usually open the bishop line. There is pawn on 5-5. It's gonna block us. Thank you so much, Adri. Adri gifted 5 subs, 1 to Suwako, Shogi explained, Betanjan, Jinjin Shogi, and the Everson Penguin 20. Thank you so much. Just wish I could shout louder. Alright. So if we were to go normally, the bishops would be blocked. I really appreciate you, Andrea. Thank you so much. Hello, Darian. And therefore it would make our counter of 6-5 pawn less effective. So doing that prior and slowing down our opponent kind of makes sense. But I'm a little bit fearful that this pawn doesn't become an object itself. In this position, I would be very, very tempted to play this move immediately. Because I would threaten this. Because I am ready. And they are not. The gold isn't here, right? So I really feel eager to do that. Of course, the problem that we have is that we have to consider all the options. So you might bring the silver here or here and so on. But it's part of calculation, yeah? But I would feel very tempted to open up the position right now. So that they cannot take the vanguard pawn. And here I allow them to take the vanguard pawn because I block my rook. This move will be played and this move will be played, which, as we already established, it's gonna lead to this move. So we've chosen the losing variation here. So in order to avoid that, I felt really tempted to do this. Because I saw what's his winning pattern, and I say, nope, I'm not gonna allow you to do it. Yeah, so we need a little bit of strategical awareness here. Yeah, vanguard pawns are not easy to break. So break them as soon as possible. Even if this fight, like, even if we are like minus 200 points behind, it's still better than this position. That's the idea. And this gets us closer to the move 39, but not yet. But this also answers the question that was asked. What should we do in this position? Well, it's too late. Yeah, we've chosen to allow them to get vanguard pawn. That's not good. I'm not sure what to do in this position. I would consider pushing this pawn because they left. Consider pushing this pawn, but it will break my castle and my knight's head's gonna die, so maybe not. If we wait, gonna wait. Yeah, that's possible, but they're gonna break the knight. So it's a little bit too late, yeah? We deadlocked ourselves. So I think, Ghost-on, this position will be quite a critical one for you to consider later on in your studies. Yeah, usually if you don't know what to do, it means that you've done something wrong, yeah? Oh, but wait, we got a silver here. We just ate a silver, so we're happy. Chickened out. How about we take it? And if they take it, then we run. But if they run here, we just took 2 silvers. And we made a token, so it's like we gained 3 generals for 1 bishop. This token on the left is so much weaker than this one, right? This one is like 2 squares away from the king. And nicely enough, the opponent didn't protect the 5-3 square, so it looks so huge here. Again, I would consider how to activate the rook in the future. Yes, for example, this square is underprotected. Yes, there are bishop drops here and so on. But we have pressure on the king. If they give us a lot of pieces, we're gonna attack strongly, right? Yeah, so even if they do this, and I don't know which piece do we take it with, the knight perhaps? Let's say they go very aggressive, yeah? We've gotten a bishop, so this talking looks more threatening because we have a follow-up. Yes, Suako, Adri gifted 5 subs, including you. And yes, because Gote has no pawns, that looks quite rough for them. Oh my god, Suako. Suako retaliated and gifted 10 tier 1 subs to Ghost-on, City of Hope, Dress 271828, Todo, Zoidberg, Telmarch, Alexei, Hattori Schwanzo, Shavanzo. This is not Japanese, it needs more letters between the Laurent and the pick on display. Thank you so much, guys. Revenge. Revenge. Okay, where were we? So It's really hard to punch at the wall when you have a knife at your neck. Let's say that. Yeah. So let's say we slow down. I mean, this would be quite problematic, right? What I would like to try is this. Adri just revenged back Suwako, and he gifted 20 tier 1 subs. One de Quas Quevsd, Meili, Jusen, Yellow, Champion Red, Koshiro, Shchacha, Zombie, Darian, Killer Ducky, C3P Oms, Timon, Lily, Transport, Flameco, Nikki, Arcana, Contenti, Cryptic Bit, Dark, Torn Me. Wow. Thank you so much, Adri. You're amazing. Also, Adri, if you're not on our Discord, please join. I think I want to give you a color on the Discord. If you are there, I will definitely give you a color on your nickname. Yes, the hype train is close. As we know, the hype train. Whoever... You're already there. Okay. Do you have the same name? Whoever triggers the train will get... You don't have the same name, I believe. Will become the devil on our server. And whoever subbed or gifted or gave me money, gonna get the guardian. Yeah, guardian role. All right, got it. And the funny thing about the train on our server is that the devil, the person who triggers the train, has the option to break the server in a way. The last train left us with Arima channel being added to the server. In my times when I was doing all the tricks, we were doing stuff like messing up the channel order, messing up nicknames to be backward, stuff like that. So Devil has a lot of options, but Guardians have the option of lowering the train power by defending. And I think Bete got the Devil role on our Discord. If you have the same nickname Betejan on our Discord, I shall give you the Devil role. If you have a different nickname, please tell me which one you have. And therefore, Andri, Suwako, both will be for now considered guardians. Hege Mega as well, because you resubscribed. And Betenjan. Oh wait, the final level. The hype train was already defended. Oh my. Alright, it's level 5. Never mind, there is no defense necessary. Beten, can you tell me your nickname on Discord? And if you're not on our Discord now, you definitely should, because you will get a devil roll. Sorry. As you can see, we have 257%, so that means the train was completely defended, which means this will do minimal damage to the harbor. So Devil will only be able to do small tricks on the Discord. Thank you for the follow, Tetsuo. Who will win? Penguin versus Chinchilla. Well, currently Chinchilla is more advanced than the Penguin, so I would bet my money on that. So yeah, Bethan, please tell me until the end of the stream. And in the meantime, we shall continue this Kifu. So yeah, it's not this clear who's winning, but this will give us some chances here. No, this is the challenge chinchilla Swako. There are different types of chinchilla. So this it's still quite interesting, I guess. I expected that our bishop will be stuck here. And I will be like, oh, you see, they have activated rook and bishop and you have nothing. But they played this move instead of this. And the defense here was quite important, I feel. And also, it did manage to activate the bishop. So I think your choice wasn't the worst after all. But yeah, having this pawn sacrificed earlier also could be considerable. Something like that. This is where the Kifu ends. I'm a little bit confused. Because it doesn't seem like it was resigned or anything. Time up. Okay, that's what happened. You are Burr. Welcome, Burr. Thank you for the stretch. So, yeah, it was actually quite interesting middle game after that. Yay, train emotes. I think around here, your opponent made a mistake. I don't know if a bishop drop alone was better. Because you don't want to give away too many pieces. You have only 4. He gave 1 like, oh, I have more to use. I have more to attack with, but he didn't. So that costed him a little. He could have considered like moves like this here, for example. But I really like your knight activation in general. This is what made it more complex for them. I'm not sure if this move is like the best. like instead of sacrifice like this. Here we're kind of forced because there's a pawn drop. We would prefer to maybe play this this way, in this position. We can take, right, and they have to take because bishop drop, and then we can promote the rook one move faster. Yeah, we didn't waste the move on pawn promotion. So I think you were losing at least like one move, yeah, and like this weakness is still here, yeah. So I don't think A, making the talking, and B, taking the knight in hand benefited them. It actually gave them more harm. Then we can of course ask, is there any meaning in like dropping this pawn to begin with? I don't know. But definitely this feels stronger. You're 11 years old? Ooh. That means you're too young for Twitch. But definitely not too young for Shogi. Fuji started Shogi when he was like, what, 3 or 5 years old? Some people may ask, how come he didn't eat the pieces? I don't know. I expect small children to try to eat shogi pieces, but... And here it became messy, yeah? And you drop the silver, which is confusing for your opponent, because you're attacking quite severely. And they don't have good counter, yeah? They would have to take, promote, do something else, or like take, drop the bishop, yeah? So it made them confused, and you won. Which is good. That means you have power to overturn the game. But remember what I told you about this specific position, yeah? Try to maybe reconsider the approach around here. Thank you for sending, yeah? Shouldn't you be family friendly? Me? Or the pop bank? Oh, the pop bank. Well, yeah, I mean, someone's drunk. I mean, if they want to get drunk, that's their right. That doesn't mean it's a good behavior, it just means it's your best. Yeah, I don't have English language words, but yeah. I'm gonna take a 5 minutes break to like refill my cups, maybe make a more tea. The next Kifu gonna be, and my Kifu upload crashed. Grogu. And then Lily. And I think I'm gonna finish on Neon Grey. It's gonna be only Shogi with commentaries, okay. So I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'm back. How are the games chosen? So we have this link here. You click this form, and then you have to put your name or nickname, I guess. Paste the link of the game. You have to choose if you want it to be on live stream or YouTube. Live stream would be done more often than YouTube, right? Yeah, this is where you upload it, and it's once per week, every Sunday. Hey, it's Lily. Oh God, Hege, that's terrifying. They, because I don't know if you guys know this game, it's called Diablo Immortal. We have the right, and it was bugged, but it suddenly unbugged, and now because I'm a leader, I have to like register people, and I'm like, please do it for me. I'm working right now, and that's what I've been doing on the background. I'm like, please choose the strongest people. Okay, so I'm a little bit confused because the next Kifu actually is against a computer. So I'm not sure what I can give you an advice for that, but let's take a look. I mean, so it's against a literal 7-dan computer. I still didn't get the nickname of our devil, but then if you're still there, I'm still waiting. So you know that this is a computer because the enemy's nickname is com_Kishin, and everything that starts with COM 91 is a computer. So I'm not sure I can give you a good hint because obviously a computer is gonna play the perfect game. But the minimum advice I can give you, like pushing this pawn in swinging rook is not of much value, unlike double static rook. All right, thank you, but I will ping you later asking what do you want as a devil prank. So far away and the microphone still picked up my cough. Right. And the opponent is playing Anaguma, which is computer's favorite strategy. And I was thinking about it today morning even, like, you don't want to attack strongly against Anaguma. You would rather go for Senjte if you have this castle. Or if you have the choice, you could also build Anaguma, match solidness versus solidness. The third option is like stuff like Fuji system, where you attack before they finish the castle. Because they're not ready and you're not ready, it makes the game equal, yeah? But that's not an option here because we spend those moves here. Instead of preparation for the attack, we castled. So I assume you wanna go for Senjte. It's gonna be very difficult, and this is not the move probably. Okay, so let's change the level of explanation into you just lost a lance for free. Strategically it's wrong because you're attacking against stronger castle, and attacking usually means, you know, you need to sacrifice something to break through, and against Anaguma this is the last thing you want to do, so waiting would be better strategical but idea, but tactically you just lost a big piece, like a valuable piece of lance. So you're losing, and you're playing against computers, so you have no chance to win now. Not to be like evil or something, this is 7 down Kishin. He's not gonna lose. Yeah. Oh, so by the way, this is what we talked about before. Sacrifice the pawn first, and then take this pawn. In this case, there's no gold, so this tactic enables with promotion. It's really nice to know that pawn sacrifice timing. So now we're gonna see how computer destroys a human player. As you can see here, they move the dragon here to put a pin on the rook, and then they use the pin to attack the lance. Then Grogu tries to like eliminate that pin, but this is the exact timing we take the knight, and now lance is de facto trapped, right? Because it cannot take this knight anymore. So okay, we can take it anyway, but like we lose the lance. This is the most evil move I've seen the whole year, probably. And this is why you don't play against computers. They just crush your soul. So what's evil about this move? Well, normally you would like do nothing about this bishop. But if you look carefully, this square is protected, this square is protected, this square is protected. Those two squares are protected. So this single pawn murders the bishop with a cold blood. This is why perhaps it was better to go here. But I mean, the enemy has 2 lances and no knight. They're gonna win. Like, all they have to do is expose this gold and like stack the lances, bring the... You guys know the drill. And this is the resignation. Advice: do not play against computers. Next. Yeah, that's like, what can I comment here, right? Like, I explained strategical ideas against Anaguma. I explained that tactic here. Explained we lost too much material. But it is important that you guys play against people around your level. Not like I'm being like evil, like saying like, oh, you have no chances to win, so you shouldn't try. No. It's more like your understanding on shogi is on similar level, so there is more chance that you will have fun. There is more chance that they will know one more trick that you don't know about, and you're gonna learn it. If you play against computer, like, there's so many things you don't understand, and you're gonna get crushed and disheartened, and you're not gonna enjoy it. So I would not recommend. Computers are like super strong players. I don't recommend it. Sometimes it's good to like learn like shape, look on the patterns, but at beginner level or like intermediate, as long as you don't have to study like deeply opening or something, don't. Stumped. Sometimes playing against stronger or like little stronger is good, but this player is playing against 7 down when he's 3Q, so let's assume that the difference is a little bit too much. Okay? If you're 3 down and you're playing against 4 down, it's fine. If you're 3 down playing against 5 down, it's fine. If you're 3 down playing against 7, I would reconsider. Unless he's like your teacher and he will spend time with you after the game, but sometimes once in a while is good. You wanna have rival who's like around your level. It's gonna be more fun, I assure you. And make the mistakes on your level, yeah. Yeah, and they're, yeah, exactly as Suako says, those are invisible to you. It's like it's like when you're a kid with crayons and you're struggling by putting the colors in the lines and somebody tries to explain to you Picasso. First learn how to put the colors, yeah. First learn to put the colors, how to draw the proper perspective. Sure, you can look at Picasso and be like, wow, this looks so amazing. I wonder why. But then you're not gonna immediately be able to reproduce that. Start with basics, yeah? Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes more sense when you're not speaking about shogi to explain shogi sometimes. Shogi is a skill to have as well, so take that into consideration. Can we save the bishop? No. Because the rooks will get exchanged, and then you take the bishop. Like, yes, if the dragon were to escape, we can save the bishop, but that's not going to happen. Either we lose the rook or we lose the bishop, yeah? Or both. All right, next is Lily. She's playing against Blake, actually. And she wrote... she wrote too much. I will have to read it first because I cannot read it all. So Lily has been doing her homework, which was the longer time control games. And this is a teaching game. And she tried some simple castling she saw in a pro game. But then she made a good attack at the very end. So let's take a look at it. So it's a handicap game, right? 1.5. I would prefer an equal game to watch, but hey. Alright, because it's handicap game, it's a little bit confusing to watch from her point of view. Gonna do it opposite. So Lily is on the top this time. So I think I explained it in a different game of Lily that generals prefer to go toward the center rather than toward this side. And silver on 8-2 went to this side, right? And like depending on the situation, we might feel compelled to exchange this and like threaten to take this pawn. So we have to be careful because it robs us from the option of retaking this pawn in a way. Here, yeah. And it kind of robs us from option of like not taking it, yeah. I don't mean it is necessarily bad, but something to consider. So because it's handicap games, of course we are paired with a lower rated player. And a little bit awkward things will happen, so I don't know how to approach this game exactly, because I'm analyzing the Lily side. Lily cannot play perfectly because she has no rook. Quick castling being quick casting, but we have a wall on our king, so I have to point that out. Creating this wall needs to have a meaning, like we're concerned of certain threat on our king, therefore we move this over there. It cannot be just something that we move because, oh, it's a shape I remember from the book. That's not Lily's level. Lily should understand like the intentions behind the moves, yeah, especially in long shogi. So the silver may feel a little bit out of place here for now. Then we go for bishop exchange. And because the bishops are exchanged, we have to ask ourselves where are the weaknesses for that, yeah? Who benefits from the bishop exchange? Also, those pawns are looking at each other. Well, we can agree that Lily's knight was developed, so that's kind of a nice thing to have. We could see that perhaps we can abuse this rook or abuse this spot using the bishop. Do we have a weakness against bishop drop? Well, we are missing this land, so we don't have the same weakness. So it's quite interesting. So probably Blake shouldn't have exchanged the bishops. Like denied it somehow, yeah. One way or another. And we lost one piece, but we keep it together. And this is smart. Lily, instead of like eating up, gobbling the rook and like dropping it, she uses the pressure that she created on the king, and she sees value in it. That's good. This is something that playing longer games allow us to do. Okay, pawn drop. And then, yeah, so the silver has trouble surviving here, right? I mean, I would feel eager to take the rook now, because we have a nice fork. They cannot use the bishop to counterattack because they don't have enough pieces. Also, the silver isn't hanging. So I would have went for this probably. I think this might be last Kifu for today. Voice-wise. And it's the same thing. But I'd prefer those two guys to look at each other. Because I will have option to take a piece in hand. Depending on the situation, we could consider like silver drops. Here we have a full big piece advantage, right? Now the handicap kind of reversed. We have a bishop and rook they don't have. And we want to go for the endgame. Pawn promotion, like sacrifices in general are very light moves because you throw away pieces. So question is, do you wanna go light or hard? And I wouldn't mind going like hard, yeah, at this point. But perhaps we're afraid of this line. So here if the king runs, we simply take this and it's almost hish. Yeah, I definitely see better quality moves, Lily, so I think this training is really fit for you. Just continue doing it. It's really doing well. I know that you like teaching games, but if you could, next time I would prefer to see a even game, yeah? This one was well done. I hope you taught Blake properly what he did wrong so that he can improve as well. I wonder if Santi had a chance to attack with bishop 3-5. Not really, right? There's no follow-up. I mean, the strongest move is perhaps this, but you can just go with this. Oh, I see. But we have this move as well, right? Just slow down the game. Because we have huge advantage, but so we don't have huge piece advantage, but we're about to have. So we can already start thinking down about slowing down one move prior to taking the piece. So I think this bishop will end up in weird spot. Because also anytime you take this, you activate the knight, so I like this idea. What I don't like is this silver doing nothing, yeah? I don't like to see that. It's thanks to our opponent's kindness that we are able to exchange it. Okay, guys. I'm not gonna overdo it today. I know I promised one more Kifu, but I just cannot do it physically. So we're gonna stop here. I have Eon's Kifu, Wojska, Toad, Melkor and Dress, as well as Amoiso. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do text analysis on Discord, starting from tomorrow. So this is reminder, this is the Discord. It's gonna be in Shogi Games channel. Thank you so much, Hege Mege. Thank you guys for joining, and hopefully next week I'm gonna be ready to stream normally. And there's something I'm forgetting. No, it's gonna be normal. So ESC is in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks we're gonna have a different schedule, or like no schedule at all. Depending on the Wi-Fi, maybe I can do like quick recap of what happened on ESC on that day. But next week it's gonna be fine. So I will see you on Thursday or Saturday, depending how I feel with my voice. Thank you for coming and sending your Kifu. Thank you for all the subs, Adri and Suako especially. Have a nice Sunday, yeah? And enjoy Shogi. Bye bye.